Well, we're at the farm today. We got the combine out. It's all washed up. We are going to start servicing it. We do it every year. August 1st is when we start, and we get everything ready for harvest. The combine's the first thing we start working on. First thing I got to do is grease it up. So if you're looking at the side of your combine, come over here and there's a sticker on it. And each one of those little dots is a grease zerk. So you just kind of go by the map of the pulleys to find your zerks. So this pulley is the easiest one to find. As you can see, it's these with the two belts that go down. And so it's the top and the belts go down. So that means there's two zerks somewhere on this pulley and in the between these two, and then also one inside of this tire. So now the next trick is just to find them and make sure they take grease. It's always easier said than done because you can't remember where every zerk is on these, and so it'll point to where it is, but you still got to find it on everything. So you can see this one's not taking grease. Grab this little tool. This is a grease zerk cleaning tool. So this end attaches the grease zerk, and we fill this cavity with WD-40. Hammer it in, just like that. And it's supposed to clean that zerk out, and then it should take grease. Doesn't always work, but it's worth a try. So like I said, it doesn't always work. So the next step would just be to replace it. Next, we're gonna change the oil. We change it every 350 hours, and we're actually at 353 hours. All I gotta do is turn this lever. I'm gonna be able to do it by hand. I think that'll do it. So then I just turn that, and it comes out this tube into the bucket. Comes out pretty slowly, but that's a pretty long tube. And as you can see, we have two 5-gallon pails. It holds 7.7 gallons of oil. So we're gonna let that drain overnight and fill it up tomorrow. All right, so the next day we're gonna put the oil back in this thing now. Here's what we gotta do. I got two 2.5 gallon oil jugs. We have bulk oil storage, so we just reuse these jugs. That's why they look so dirty. Okay, so that's 5 gallons. Okay, I'm in the back of the combine. These are chopping knives. It's what chops up all the stalks, bean stalks, corn stalks, and everything, and then it spits it out the back. So this rotates and has a serrated edge right here. It spins between the blades that come through here and there and chops it up into little fines and throws it out the back. So these ones are getting worn down, and then this is a new one. So we have to go through and replace every set of these. There's quite a bit.
Would it be easier to take them all off and put them all on, or just do it one at a time?
I'll just do it one at a time, otherwise you might miss one.
That's a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
I could probably use that other one then.
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong here? You're like on the third one. I'm just on the first one.
There's no spacer.
Oh, Jesus! Jeez, you got any of the ones that are that tight?
I haven't yet.
I don't know why I'm not getting this. God, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with this?
Yeah, that was flipped.
Jeez. Must have been 8 to a box.
Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we have to change this belt. I'm in the back of the combine, but you can see that it's got some big cracks and splits throughout the whole thing. So we got a new one, and we're gonna replace this. So I've already taken the tension off. This is the tensioner. So now we gotta take the shield off of this one so we can slip this over. See, there's some big cracks in there. Or not even cracks, it's just gone.
Jeez, that was bad.
Yeah. Okay, this is our new one. Let's see if I can figure out this blister. So now we just gotta tighten this washer down to this stopper, and then that'll put the proper tension back on the belt. We'll drive it out. Okay, we moved the entire combine, put all of our crap to the side, picked up all of our tools, all because we needed that. I was working there and it fell, and I heard it roll a lot, so I thought it took off like way on the other side, and there's a bunch of dirt, so we cleaned up underneath as well, so that way that doesn't happen again. Pretty standard stuff. So I'll wait for the seat to settle down real quick. It is August 4th, so we're pulling the sprayer out because the only thing that might possibly need sprayed is aphids. It's an insect that eats away at beans, soybeans. So we're done spraying weeds, basically, is what I'm getting at. We're going to load it up with antifreeze and winterize it for the year. Let's get out of here, buddy. Okay, so now I'm on top of the sprayer. So you can still see there's some chemical in there. We're going to get rid of all that so that way over the winter the water doesn't freeze. So we're just gonna dump it right in the top. It's a 55-gallon drum of antifreeze. And it's actually, what we do is we get it for free. whenever someone goes into the John Deere mechanic and gets their antifreeze changed, or if they have, you know, engine problems and they have to drain the radiator, is what we pick up. We just make sure there's no oil in it, and then we test it to make sure it still holds. This one tests negative 38 degrees or negative 30 some degrees. Now that we got all that antifreeze pumped into it, I'm gonna pump it out. So we're gonna pump it until all the water comes out, and then once you see the, you know, neon green color or yellow, whatever you want to call the color of the antifreeze, debatable, then we'll stop it, and that means, you know, all the antifreeze went through the lines and none of the hoses will burst or the plastics will crack during the winter time. So we're inside the grain tank right now. We need to replace this auger because the flighting's getting thin, as you can see here. And then we're looking at this tube inside of here, and you can see right there how thick it was supposed to be and how thin it gets on the inside here. And so we decided we're going to replace the auger, or I guess essentially this whole tube actually, and the auger. So we already have the auger, and then we ordered one of these. So now we have to get this unassembled and out of here, so we can put the new one on tomorrow when it comes in. So this will keep.
Forklift pallet, like up here.
That carriage bolt's so sharp I can cut myself. I wasn't even spinning, I just grabbed it.
Now you couldn't let it come right out.
Should straight out.
I think I should get the forklift and bring it up here to see if we could put like a chain or rope on that.
I think it only goes as high as this, basically, though.
Forklift?
Yeah.
I think it'd surprise you. Let me try it before we break our necks. Might be right, but
I think we can. Yeah, this is what I cut myself on. Probably shave with it. Just the auger for now. Okay, that's good. It looks like it just that one slides this way, and this one just pulls out. So I think once I take this off, it'll actually swing free. It's not as heavy as you think. No. Okay, so now that I have a minute, since most of you are non-farmers, I'm gonna explain where we're kind of at, what we're doing. So this is actually the top of the cab of the combine. And so I'm sure everyone kind of has an idea of, you know, what the combine does. You know, it harvests corn, obviously through the front. And then it runs it through the middle section and shells it off of the cob, or if it's beans, out of the pod. And then an elevator, which is what we're going to inspect next, brings it up here, shoots it out here, and then that auger we just took apart shoots it vertically out this way into the tank I'm standing in, which is the holding tank, the grain tank, until you unload it, which comes out. There's augers underneath of here that bring it out the bottom through, you can see one right there, through there, and then out that long auger there into a wagon. So right now we're inspecting all the stuff that, we're going to inspect these paddles that bring it up, and then this piece of plastic here is worn through, so we're going to figure out how to take that apart. And then this machine here What all this runs is the moisture, so that way when you're combining you can test the moisture of the grain. So we're going to inspect all that now. So this gearbox we had go out on us last year, so we learned our lesson that you need to check this dipstick right there. At least make sure it's in there, because ours was not, and then it got full of grain. And gearboxes don't run on grain.
It's hard to say it.
Yeah. Looks like it's right where it needs to be though.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, brand new.
Yeah. So there's the grain tank. There's the back. And the engine bay is actually underneath my feet. So to get into there, we gotta push these up.
I thought there was a grease zerk up there.
There is a...
Might not be able to even at that.
I can get in there. There's one on that drive shaft, and there's one somewhere on that thing too.
Pull on that rotor. Any of the grease gun or something? Or?
Yeah. So the engine's actually right down here. And then this is obviously a massive pulley. And there's a grease zerk on it somewhere. Oh, right here. Oh, there's no battery on this. On the complete other side, of course. Got it. So the average age of a farmer is actually 65 years old. I don't know how they do it. A lot of those guys work by themselves too. Good time to inspect all these belts and stuff. I mean, I don't see any tears down the sides. Horrible. There's just some splits in between each tooth, you know. So you can see those splits, but they don't really go down the side. That one kind of does. It's worth mentioning, I guess. Okay, let's get out of here.